tonight, certainly keeping our eye on the battle at the Faceoff X. You've got Dylan Bedell, number 8, the true freshman. Tyler Sandoval, who comes in at 54.5% on the season.
Absolutely. I'm interested to see JT Roselle.
Number 7 on the near side. You could talk about the face-off wings in this. You've got Roselle and Jake Stevens. Near side, top side for Marist. You've got James Lyons, one of their leading scorers, who's also a face-off wing alongside Andrew Song. Princeton wearing all white, Marist wearing all red under the lights here on a Tuesday night as Tyler Sandoval controls the opening face-off. Scored a goal Saturday at Brown. He'll carry it in, shovel it off to Alex Slusher. And the Princeton Tigers will, time this season through 9 games, has the first goal of the contest for the Tigers. Back to the face-off X. Marist with a beat on it. It'll be Jake Stevens, though. Jake Stevens, tough not to compare him to one of your former teammates, Zach Currier. He's at a game at Bucknell. Face-off win as we're tied up at 1 in the early going. This is a Marist team. Their
slide goes to the ball carrier. If you're the guy, follow that slide, right? It's a quick, easy pass. He'll catch you in the middle, and obviously had a ton of space to score.
Kellen Polera, he moved into the starting lineup game 2 after Jamison Embry went down with an injury in the opener against Rutgers. He's out for the season. Another Princeton product out of Culver Academy. Tigers well represented by Culver. Should say Culver well represented on the Tigers.
That's a nice GP.
Regular season, upset by Canisius in the opening round of the MAC championship, but it's a MAC team. They're 3-6 on the season, but they've been banged up. They've got a young face-off guy. They've won 2 in a row. They're playing as well as they've played. Princeton back after that goal by Atkinson. Going to talk a lot about number 7 in red tonight. That's JT Roselle, the senior from Cold Spring Harbor. Out into the corner. Take another look at the penalty that led to the flag coming down. Pretty easy call right in front of the official.
Looked more like a trip, didn't it?
So
either
the
way.
goal... Could have gotten him for either.
True.
So the goal counts. That's going to be on Pareca. So their best attackman goes down on a knee. Princeton, easy face-off win with that 3-on-2 advantage. Another ground ball for Jake Stevens.
Dong it.
Atkinson, he's one of the team captains, the senior from Garden City. He's only playing in his 4th game of the season. Was out with an injury the first 3 or 4 weeks of the year as we have a pile up on the top side. George Bond shoveled up towards midfield. Here comes Bond across midfield looking for Stevens. Which shut everything down. They were the number 2 or number 3 team in the country, depending on what poll you're looking at. For the most part here in 2022, in all but one poll, they were unranked coming into the season. They're sitting in career games. That's the 2nd longest streak in Princeton history. Had that streak snapped in the...
Garnered that respect of the defense that you have to have eyes on him and respect him as a feeder and scorer.
Jake Stevens, ground ball number 5 here in the first. One of those strong Ivy League teams as we see Marist mix up their face-off. John Kelly, the sophomore, out of Paul VI in Virginia, shot off the face-off win by Sandoval. Karam's wide. It'll stay with the Tigers.
Crafty way to get out of there by Sandoval. See shot. If he misses that, and I'm Coach Madelon, I'm fuming. There's no backup.
So Slusher has his first ball. Karam's high in the sky. Tigers with who else but Jake Stevens. Ground ball number 6 here in the first half. He has it knocked away from behind.
Play without. 1, and we're not going to let you play team offense.
Unsettled situation. League Player of the Week. He had a 3-game stretch earlier this season. Then number 3 had 57 saves and allowed 34 goals over that 3-game stretch.
They continue to do that, dodging space.
First goal of the season, first goal of the day, rather, for JoJo Pareca. That's his 18th on the season. Face-off win for Sean Cameron a lot. He's been mixing in with that second midfield line. That's his third goal of the season. Whistle on the face-off possession.
Princeton has a lot of these D guys. While Bond gets a lot of the accolades, a lot of these guys are just solid. Like one of the best compliments. You don't hear much about them. It's because they're doing all the dirty work in the background and making sure that things are sound.
It's like an umpire in baseball. If you're a defender in lacrosse and we don't say your name, you're probably doing something well. Andrew Song, we haven't mentioned him at all. He comes away with the ground ball for the Tigers. And Ivy League right now, you would figure 3, maybe 4 teams in for the MAC. Generally, you want to get into that conference tournament, and then you want to have a good weekend, and then you're going to the NCAA.
Yeah.
Face-off.
Anyone can really see it.
Freshman out of Bishop Girton in New Hampshire makes it 14-3. And a turnover in transition by Marist, so Princeton will get it right back. New face-off man for Princeton, Jack Henry Vara, the senior. Won by Dylan Bedell, the freshman, for Marist, and then they turn it over.
I know they've thrown it away a little, but they've gotten into a little bit of a groove on the face-off side. Just it down low and just buries it.
Jack Henry Vara for Princeton against John Kelly, the sophomore, who gets whistled for the infraction. Possession team, so doesn't get any easier for Matt Madelon and company.
Obviously, Embury was able to bury it at the end.
So you have Jamison and Hunter, they're twins, they're both seniors. Will Embury, he's a freshman, he's obviously the younger brother.
No, he got it in and out of his. I said some people. I would never.
This is Jack Henry Vara against Matt Fermo at the face-off. Pass up a shot like that.
You gotta take what the defense gives you. If no one's gonna slide to you, you gotta stick it.
First career hat trick for Jamie Atkinson. Battle for possession on the midfield logo. Ground ball scooped up by Marist. Dylan Bedell, the face-off man.
They've been controlling the X all second half. It's been
Pareca had his 100th career point in that win at Quinnipiac this past weekend. He's been a steadying force on the attack. Without his 2 running mates from opening day, Jamison Embury and Vito Musso. Speaking of running for Princeton, that's Paul Wethington.
Miserable sight for a goalie to see someone sprinting down the field with a 6-foot pole.
John Kelly for Marist, Jack Henry Vara for Princeton. 25 seconds to go in this contest. Face-off won by Marist. Here's JT Roselle. Might as well stay in on offense.
Amazing. Yeah.